What's up guys? So I know I've made a tutorial on the 2x2, but today I thought why not make a tutorial on the 3x3. So today I'm going to be teaching you how to solve a 3x3 Rubik's Cube. Now let's get into it. So as you can see, I have my 3x3 right here. So the first step you'll want to do is the white cross. So the white cross is basically where on the center white piece, the 4 edge pieces are also white, and if you've done the white cross correctly, then these 2 pieces on each side should match up. And basically you just try to not mess up the edge pieces that you've already put in and try and do the white cross, and if you get lucky, the 2 pieces will appear, and if they don't, then I'm sorry, I don't know how to fix that. You just might need to mess up your cube and try again. So the next step is to solve the white corners. So these 4 pieces. So you'll have the white side solved, and you'll also have the entire first layer around the cube solved. So basically, just practice the 4 moves. So turn the right side up, the top side left, the right side down, and then the top side right. And if you just keep practicing those moves, you'll get faster at them, and then you're ready for the next step. So this step, we're going to be solving the white corners, like I said. So basically what you'll want to do is, so as you can see, the piece across from right here has white, green, and red. So basically what I'll want to do is I'll want to turn the top of the cube until it matches up with the colors that it has. So now as you can see, green and red, and this has white, green, and red. So now you'll want to do those 4 moves I taught you earlier, and then after a few times of doing those, or just one time, you should have the corner solved that you were trying to solve, and this piece matching up with the first layer, if you did what I said correctly. So now just do that across the entire cube. I'll just walk through it one more time. So the 4 moves, match it up with the 2 centerpieces in between both of them, and then just do right side up, top side left, right side down, top side right, and then you should have the corner solved. Now I have 2, so I'm just going to solve the other 2 quickly. Alright. Here, and now the last time. Alright, done. Now I have the white side solved, and as you can see, I also have the first layer solved. On to the next step. The next step is probably pretty obvious. The second layer. You might have expected like the last step, but no, we have to solve the second layer before we can do the second last step, or the third last step, I guess. Okay, so basically what we want to do, let me just do it really quick. Okay, so for the second layer, there's an algorithm I'm going to have to teach you. It might be hard to remember, but trust me, it does work. So I'm going to be solving this with the green and red center. So as you can see, search around so put the white side on put the white center on the bottom, and the yellow would be on the top. So then you will want to search for an edge piece on the top that doesn't have yellow on it. And as you can see, the 2 colors on mine are red and green. So I want to match that up with red, and as you can see next to it is green. So what I want to do is I want to do the 4 moves that I taught you earlier. 1, 2, 3, 4. So this time we're going to do the exact same thing, but on the left hand. So then you'll want to turn the cube, and then you'll want to turn with your left hand, turn the left side up, the top side right, the left side down, and then the top side, and then the top side left. So basically, if you've done that correctly, then you should have this piece here, even though I don't, because you actually do have to turn the top side right before you do that algorithm. Just a warning. And now, if I do it, and now as you can see, this part of the second layer is solved. Sorry, it's already 5 minutes and 33 seconds. Sorry about that, but alright, so I'm just gonna continue on this, and I'll just solve the rest of it. Sorry, my editing software doesn't work with like videos that have been pre-recorded from like the photo library, so I can't edit this part out. But lucky for you, I'm almost done it. I just have one more edge part to do here. Alright, there. So now you should have the white side solved and the second layer solved. On to the next step. Oh, well, apparently I already have it, so I'm just gonna mess that up. Alright. So now, as you can see, still keep this on the bottom and the yellow piece on the top. So what I want to do, so I taught you the white cross earlier. Now you're going to want to do the same thing, but except with the yellow side, so all of the edge pieces are yellow. But there's an algorithm you have to do to make that. So basically, turn the front face, right, and then do the 4 moves I taught you, and then turn the right face left. And then, as you can see, I have a line of yellow, which you might not have after your first time of doing it. You just might need to keep on repeating the algorithm and turning the cube just like this before you can get these 3 things. But if you have it, don't hold it like this. Make sure you're holding it like this or that will not work. And then just do what I told you before. Front face right, those 4 moves, and then the right face left. So basically what I want to do next is, so now you have the yellow cross solved, and you might not be able to solve all of these top edge pieces because I can't either. So I have 2 of these, so I have one here and one here, but I don't have these 2. You might solve 2 across from each other. If you do, then you can just do this algorithm from anywhere, but keep the yellow piece on the top. Just turn the cube. The 2 pieces can be here and here, or here and here, if you have 2 across from each other. But right now I have one here and one here, but I don't have these other 2. So what I want to do is, so basically you'll want to do the 4 moves. Oh yeah, also if you have these 2 things, you'll want to have one of them facing to your right, one of them facing to the right of the cube, and one of them facing to the back. So basically what you'll want to do is you'll want to do those 4 moves I taught you before, and then just turn the top part 2 times, and then turn the right side up, and then turn the top side right 2 times. I might have said right before, I meant to say left. Whatever. Okay, so now turn the right side down, and then if you've done that correctly, you should be able to solve all of these things. I have the orange side solved, which honestly I didn't mean to do. You probably won't have a side solved, but that's okay. So now that you've lined all of them up, it might not look solved, but just imagine if you could turn a corner. Don't actually turn on, okay? That will mess up your cube. Just imagine if you could, and just imagine that if you turned one of the edge pieces, it would make it so it's on the yellow center side, and it would be solved with these two center pieces. So if you can imagine that, and it would actually work with all of these 4 corner pieces, then you're done this step. But if it only works with one, you could have 4, 2, no, you could have 4, 1, or 0 are the only things you could have. So basically, or you could have 2, I guess, but okay, whatever. So basically what you'll want to do now is the corner piece. You'll want to have it facing to the front on your right, like I have mine. And then what you'll want to do is you'll want to turn the right side up, the top side right, the left side up, the top side left, the right side down, the top side right, and the left side down. And now, as you can see, I have one that, look, if I twisted this, it would be lined up with these two because it has yellow and these 2 colors that match up with here. So basically, if you find any pieces like that, then just do this algorithm with them. So I have that, so I'm going to do the last algorithm that I told you. Now, as you can see, I have this one solved. And as you can see, I have this one solved, but none of the other ones, if I twisted, would solve. So now I just put that solved one in the front right, and then I do that algorithm again. So sorry, it's already been 11 minutes, but trust me, your cube will be solved by the end of this. Okay, it's worth it, trust me. It's such a good feeling once you finally solved it. Okay, so now, I just forgot to mention something, and that honestly might have messed the cube up, but there's like a 999,999 out of 1,000,000% that it did not mess up your cube. So basically, when you're doing that algorithm, the last algorithm that I told you, make sure to turn the top side left before you actually do that algorithm. And then if you do it, then that should work, and it's just way faster. So I'm just gonna do that algorithm so I don't take up much more of your time. And now just imagine if you could twist the corners, then it would be solved. Then it would be solving these parts. And it would be better. So what I mean is what I told you before. If you twisted the corner, then it would match up with these two. So now I have 2 of these actually solved already. And I have 2 that if I twisted, they would work. So now, this is the last step, and then you'll be on the last turn of your cube. So turn your cube upside down. So now the white side is on the top and the yellow side is on the bottom. And have one of the not solved pieces on the bottom right of your cube. And then do those 4 moves I taught you on repeat until that corner goes in, and then don't just turn the cube and do it because it will mess the cube up. So then what you'll want to do is just turn the bottom piece to which way that yellow piece is. So it's in the bottom right. So now I'm going to do those 4 moves on repeat. And then now, as you can see, I only have 1 more turn of the cube, and then it is solved. That's it for this video. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.